Good morning, Math AH. This is Miss Espinoza. We're going to be doing lesson 4.3D today. So have that out. And here we go. Define each unknown using one variable. Write an algebraic equation or inequality. Solve and state your answer in a complete sentence. So remember, I'm always looking for my VUOS. Define your variable, write your equation. But now your equation might be inequality. We have to read the problem to figure out which one we're doing, show your work, get your answer for your equation, and then interpret it and write it back in a complete sentence answering the question. Okay, the perimeter of a rectangle is 32 centimeters. The length is one more than twice the width. Find the dimensions of the rectangle. Okay, so I might want to think about what I am doing here. I have a rectangle. So here's my little rectangle, and I have to remember what perimeter means. I know perimeter means the distance around the rectangle. So my perimeter expression, perimeter is equal to 2 lengths plus 2 widths. Okay, so I have to think that's what perimeter means. That's the concept of perimeter. Now I have a specific problem. The length is 1 centimeter more than the width. So I know I'm comparing to the width. So the width is going to be my x. So over here, I got to find my variable. Let x equal the width. And then it says the length is 1 more than twice. So 1 more I have to add, then I have to reverse order. Twice I have to multiply by 2. So then I know that I have 2x plus 1, 1 more than twice the width, is equal to the length. So now I can build, whoops, let's spell things right. So now I can build my equation because I have my perimeter. It says the perimeter of the rectangle is 32. So from here, my P is a 32. So 32. And my 2 lengths, so equals 2. My length is a 2x plus 1. And my width is an x. So 2x. Okay, I have an equation. It's not pretty. It's not simplified, but it's an equation. So I could divide everything by 2. That would totally work. That's a little confusing for some people. So I'm going to go ahead and simplify. And I need to simplify by distributing 4x plus 2 plus 2x. Then I need to combine like terms. So 32 is equal to 6x plus 2. Then I'm ready to solve. Remember, this is a video, so if I'm going fast for you, you can pause, you can rewind, you can do any kind of thing like that. So it's your pace. Now I need to solve. So I'm going to undo that addition by the variable. I get 30 is equal to 6x. Then I have to undo that 6. So I'm going to divide by 6. I get x is equal to 5. And I go, what does x represent? It represents my width. So this is 5. And this one I have to go 2 times 5 plus 1. That's 11. And then I'm going to check to make sure I'm not crazy. My width is 5. And my length is 11. Doesn't matter which one you call which width, when we call length. Let's see. Does it add to 32? 5 plus 11 is 16. And 16 times 2 is 32. So woohoo. I know I did it right. Now I just have to answer in a sentence. So find the dimensions of the rectangle. The length of the rectangle. Rectangle is, let's put some units down. Our length was 11 centimeters. And the width is 5 centimeters. Okay, again, you can pause, you can rewind, you can go back and forth, whatever you want to do. Okay, here we go, next one. The width of a certain rectangle is 3 less than half its length. 7 times its width is 4 greater than its perimeter. What are the dimensions of a rectangle? That's a lot of information. Slow it down. Okay, so I know it's a perimeter problem. So again, I think about my rectangle. I go, bam, let's put down a rectangle. I know that this is a perimeter problem. So I keep in mind that my perimeter is equal to 2 lengths plus 2 widths. I'm just putting L and W for length and width. Okay, then I'm going to go back. The width of a certain rectangle is 3 less than half its length. It is comparing to length. So I know that my length is my x. Okay, so let my computer respond to what I'm doing. Let's try that again. Let x equal the length. Then it says the width of a certain rectangle is 3 less than half. So 3 less is subtract, then is reverse order. Half is multiply the length by half. Okay. So let half x, I'm just going to put 0.5. You can put a fraction if you want. 0.5x, half x, just because it's easier to type, less 3 minus 3 is equal to the width. Okay. 7 times its width is 4 greater than its perimeter. Okay, what I suggest is that you make a perimeter expression and simplify it. So over here, I'm going to work on simplifying my perimeter expression before I stick it in my equation. Otherwise, I get this big, ugly, messy equation, and it's hard to work with. So let's just get this taken care of. 2 lengths is x, and 2 widths is 0.5x minus 3. I want to clean that up. I don't want to be working with messy perimeter expressions. That is 2x. Half of 2 is 1. So plus x minus 6. That is still oh so messy. Cleaning it up still. Perimeter expression is 3x minus 6. Before we stick it into the equation, it is good to simplify it. Otherwise, your equation is going to look gnarly. So now I can start over here with my equation. 7 times its width. Okay. I have 7. Its width is half x minus 3. 7 times its width, I took care of that, that's equals 4 meters greater. That's 4 plus. Its perimeter. Now I'm putting my cleaned up perimeter expression. Can you imagine if I put that perimeter expression in there? Oh, that'd be so ugly. Okay, this is still not pretty. We gotta simplify. Always simplify before you solve. So we're distributing. Half of 7 is 3.5. So 3.5x minus 21. On this side, I gotta combine like terms. 3x minus 2. Now I am ready to solve because I have simplified. Now I'm ready to solve. I need to move the lower variable. Here we go. Let's move it. Half x minus 21 is equal to negative 2. Then I need to undo the subtraction. Add 21. Half of x is equal to 19. Now, you can divide by 0.5 or multiply by 2. It means the same thing. I'm going to multiply 2 because of space. So I get x is equal to 38. And I have to think, what does x represent? X represents the length. So this is 38. Half of 38, 19 minus 3 is 16. Okay. I go back to make sure I'm not crazy. 38, 38, 16, 16. My perimeter would be 38 plus 38, which is 76, plus 16 plus 16. My perimeter is 108. Okay, so let's check it. 7 times its width. Woo! 7 times 16. 7 times 16 is 112. 112, yep, that's 4 greater than 108. So I know I'm not crazy. Check your crazy. And then I can answer, what are the dimensions of the rectangle? The length of the rectangle is 38. What are we in? We're in meters. And the width is 16 meters. Okay, again, you can replay that because, wow, that was a lot of information. You can pause it, you can rewind it, fast forward it, whatever you need to do. Okay, here we go. Deep breath, next one. The length of a rectangle is 10 greater than twice its width. If the lengths were doubled and the widths were halved, the perimeter of the new rectangle would be 80 more than the perimeter of the original rectangle. What are the dimensions of the original rectangle? It may be helpful to sketch and label pictures. Okay, wow, that's a lot of stuff. Okay, so first I have to deal with, how many rectangles are there? There are 2 rectangles. So I'm keeping track that we have 2 rectangles. So uno, and I'm not drawing these to scale in any kind of manner. 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, each rectangle has a length, it has a width, and it has a perimeter. Okay, so I'm trying to organize here. Length. And I'm going to call this original OG. Width. OG, original. Perimeter. OG. Okay. Then over here, we have a new rectangle. Length new. Width new. And perimeter new. Okay, the length of a rectangle is 10 meters greater than twice its width. I can do that. The length of a rectangle is 10 meters twice its width. It's comparing to the width. So I'm going to let the width be of my original be x. The length of a rectangle is 10 greater than twice. 10 greater is plus, then is reversed. Twice is multiplied by 2. So the length over here is 2x plus 10. I am going to do my perimeter. I know that's 2 lengths plus 2 widths. That's my normal, just, and now I gotta clean that up. The length is 2x plus 10. And I should P equals. Perimeter equals. Perimeter OG. Perimeter OG equals 2 lengths plus 2 widths. Clean it up. My original perimeter, I've got 4x plus 20 plus 2x. Still a mess. My perimeter, original, 6x plus 20. See how I am simplifying my perimeter expression before I ever wrote an equation? I have not even touched my equation yet. You're like, what? Just working on my expressions. That was sentence 1. Here goes sentence 2. If the lengths were doubled, okay, if my length was doubled, 2x plus 10 doubled, my new length would be 4x plus 20. 4x plus 20. And the widths were halved. Okay, it was x. So if I'm halving my width, I'm at half x, 0.5x. The perimeter of the new rectangle. Oh, I got to come up with a perimeter expression. Okay. So I think perimeter new, 2 lengths plus 2 widths. My perimeter new, 2 times its length, which is 4x plus 20, plus 2 times its width, which is 0.5x. Clean it up, clean it up. Perimeter new, I am distributing 8x plus 40 plus half 2 is 1, x. I am combining like terms. Perimeter new equals 9x plus 40. Oh my gosh, I haven't even got to the equation yet. Okay, but now I'm ready for my equation. It starts right here. Doot, that's my equation. The perimeter of the new rectangle, 9x plus 40. Thank God that I cleaned that up before I put it into my equation, otherwise it'd be gross. Would be, same as is, equals 80 more than, I gotta add 80 at the end. The perimeter of the original, my perimeter of my original is 6x plus 20. Okay, I need to clean up, I gotta simplify. 9x plus 40 equals 6x plus 100. Now I'm ready to solve. I want to move my lower variable. 3x plus 40 equals 100. I want to undo my addition by the variable side. 3x equals 60. I'm going to divide by 3. 20. And then we plug it back in. So my original width is 20. My original length, 2 times 20 plus 10. So 40 plus 10 is 50. Okay. So I can double check. So if this is 20 and this is 20 and this is 50 and this is 50, that perimeter is 140. If I doubled the length, this is now 100, this is 100, and I half the width, this is 10, this is 10. This perimeter is 220. And it said the new rectangle's perimeter, the perimeter of the new rectangle would be 80 more than the perimeter of the original. Yeah, 220 is 80 more than 140, so I know I'm good. So now I can write my answer. The length, the original length is 50, what are we in meters? And the original width is 20 meters. Okay, on to the next one. The base of a triangle is 10 inches. The height is x plus 4 inches. Its area is no more than 56 inches. What are the possible integer values of x? Okay, so I have to think triangle. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a triangle out. Do I have one? Yes, I do. Here's my triangle. Okay, the base is 10. So let's draw that. My base here is a 10. Good. And the height, remember height is not necessarily a side, it's perpendicular from one vertex to the opposite side. X plus 4. Okay, the area. So we have to remember, how do you find the formula for area of a triangle? This is stuff we have to remember from last year. The area of a triangle is equal to 1/2 base times height. And that's because if you take two triangles and you put them into two congruent triangles, you make a parallelogram. Parallelogram is base times height, but you had two, so you have to divide or multiply by half. Okay, area is 1/2 base times height. So its area, well, let's start going here. The area. We had 1/2. We said the base is 10 and the height is x plus 4. Okay, so here we have to clean that up. 1/2 of 10 is 5. We're going to distribute. A is equal to 5x plus 20. Okay, so the area is 5x plus 20. Its area, 5x plus 20, is no more than, that means less than or equal to, 56. I have my inequality. I need to define my variable. Really, it's not it's just an integer. let x equal the integer they gave me. It has something to do with the height, but it's not an actual concept there. Okay. So now I am solving. That's already cleaned up, so let's solve it. Subtract 20. 5x is less than or equal to 36. Divide by 5. X is less than or equal to 6 and 1/5, right? 7 and 1/5. Okay, but now we have to think a little bit. X can't be as negative as I want it to go because I need the height to exist. So I have a problem here. I know that the height is equal to x plus 4, but I know the height has to be bigger than 0. So this thing has to be bigger than 0, otherwise we don't have a triangle. Okay, so if I subtract 4, I also know that x has to be bigger than -4. So I have two extremes here. I have this one I have to deal with, and I have this one I have to deal with. So x is in between -4 and 7 and 1/5. Okay, it says, what are possible integer values of x? Well, all the integer values that lie between there. So here we go. The possible integer values of x are, my bottom one is -3, and I'm going to go all the way up until 7. All right, again, pause, rewind, whatever you need to do. This one's a tough lesson, so we videoed it so you can go back and forth. Okay, a container A has 200 liters of water and is being filled at a rate of 6 liters per minute. Container B has 500 liters of water and is being drained at 6 liters per minute. Okay, so I have two containers. I don't know if I have 3D shapes in here. No, I don't. Okay, so here is my first container. We'll call it container A. Okay, we are pouring into it. Water's going in. We start here at 200 liters of water, and water's going in at 6 liters per minute. And we have container B. It starts with more water, 500 liters of water, but it is being drained. Water's coming out of it at 6 liters per minute. Okay, so I need to make expressions for my two containers. So first I'm going to let x be minutes. Okay, container A. Container, I'm not going to spell the whole thing out. Container A. It starts at 200 and it's being filled, so we're adding at 6 per minute, 6x. And then container B, it starts at 500, but we're draining, so we're subtracting at 6x. All right. Define a variable, write an equation or inequality to show how long it will take for the two containers to be the same. Well, if they're the same, then they have to be equal. So 200 plus 6x has to equal 500 minus 6x. Okay, I'm ready to solve it. I'm going to move the lower variable, so I'm going to add 6x to both sides. 200 is equal to, whoops, go back. Leave out your x. Plus 12x is equal to 500. I'm going to subtract 200. 12x is equal to 300. I'm going to divide by 12. x is equal to, okay, so if I divide it by 3, I'm down to 100. And if I divide by 4, because that's the other part, 12, I'm down to 25. So in 25 minutes, they will have the same amount of water. In 25 minutes, is it even water? Yeah. They will have the same amount of water. Write an inequality, show how many minutes it will take for container A to have more water than container B. Okay, well, container A is that 200 plus 6x. And I want it to be greater than 500 minus 6x. Now, I don't have to go crazy solving it. I already did that part. So I know that x will have to be greater than 25. Okay, so I can't say 26 minutes because there's time between 25 and 26. And I can't say 25 and a second because you can get down closer than a second. So we're just describing the time after that as the moment. So the moment after 25 minutes. The moment after 25 minutes, container A will have more water. However long it takes for that next little tiny drip to come down, that's when it will have more water. All right, number 6 is a lot similar to number 5. So if you wanted to be a good little student, I would pause the video, try number 6, and then check back in. If you want to just follow along because you're not quite confident, that's okay too. A 12-inch candle and an 18 candle are lit. Okay. I got a short candle. Burning fire. And I got a big candle. The 12-inch candle burns 0.5 inches every hour. The 18-inch candle burns 2 inches every hour. It's more combustible, I guess. Okay. So we know that this one's starting at 12. So short candle. And it's burning per hour. So we're going to let x equal hours. Let x equal hours. Short candle. It is starting at 12 inches and it's burning. So it's getting rid of stuff at a 1/2 inch per hour. And the tall candle, it is starting at 18 and it burns much quicker. I don't know why it's more flammable, but okay. It's burning at 2 inches per hour. And I want to know when the tall candle will be the shorter candle. That's kind of funny to say. So the one that started out taller, 8x minus 2x. We want it to be less than the one that started out shorter, 12 minus a 1/2 inch x. Okay, so then we're going to move my lower variable. So I'm adding 2x. You don't have to move the lower variable, but it makes it easier. 18 is less than 12 minus 1.5x plus 1.5x. Then I'm subtract 12. I get 6 is less than 1.5x. Then I have to divide by 1.5. I get 4 is less than x, also known as x is greater than 4. So the moment after 4 hours has passed, but it asked, how long will it take? So it will take 4 hours, or we can say, do we have time? No. The moment after 4 hours. the moment after 4 hours, the original 18-inch candle will be shorter. I need to move that up so I can get my camera out of the way. There we go. All right. Write an equation to show how long it will take for them to be the same height. Well, we're just changing our inequality and we're putting in equals in it. That's not hard. So 18 minus 2x equals 12 minus 0.5x. So if we were to do the same thing and solve it, we would still get down to x equals 4. After exactly 4 hours, they will be the same height. Yay, we're done with the lesson. Okay, that's all.